You know, it's kind of weird to start off a video like this, but I'm not religious and I don't really know what to believe in. But I was on the search for a spiritual book and this little guy popped up. The book starts off with telling you that something inside you will start to change when you read this book. And if nothing starts to switch, you might not be ready yet. This sounds a lot of hocus pocus, but I have to tell you, something actually switched. Hi, my name is Fabian, I'm a minimalist from Switzerland and I'm sharing my thoughts as well as my journey about investing, personal growth and finance. It's time for a new book review. This time Eckhart Tolle, A New Earth. Huge title, does it deliver what it says? Let's dive right into it. Eckhart Tolle is a spiritual teacher. You might know it from the book The Power of Now, but this book is the new version, a new book from him, and it got twice as much sales. And it also got recommended from Oprah herself as a must read. Eckhart talks about disconnecting from the ego, our self-image that we reinforce with telling stories about ourselves to other people. For this, the author clearly tells you, you might not be ready for it yet because it requires an open mind. And it's definitely not an easy read, but it can transform your spirit and your soul. I always ask myself, who am I? I know my name and I know my body. Firstly, because my parents decided my name at one point. And secondly, my body, I can see it when I look into the mirror, when I look at my hands. But the question is, what's behind this? It's a tough question, but after reading this book, I started to understand what's actually behind this and who am I actually as a person. There's a simple but yet really catching chapter I would like to share. It's about a woman who had cancer, and during her fight against cancer, she started to enlighten spiritually and found herself in a new way. I don't want to go too much into detail because it's a very emotional story, but the takeaway was that at the end it was not her who had cancer, it was her body. Because she's a soul, for now, trapped in this body, who has cancer. But her soul is not getting affected by cancer, because her soul is not permanently attached to anything. Eckhart always comes back that we have to disconnect our ego from our soul. When you think of the ego, it's like, I have a nice car, I have a nice house, oh, I have a happy family. These things all add to your ego, because your ego is never satisfied. The ego prefers the process of wanting rather than having. Awareness is another big part of the book, but it's actually simple. The goal is to catch your voice in your head. It's just something or someone telling these things in my head. This is not actually me. If you can be aware of this and catch this voice whenever it comes up, you basically discover the cheat code of being more aware of your soul. Another way of connecting to your soul is meditation or practicing awareness in general. If you close your eyes right now and just sit still and focus on one part of your body, for example, your hand, you will actually feel that there is a hand without seeing it. This is called connecting with your inner body, and it is practicing awareness and connecting with your soul. The book A New Earth is a book that feeds you spiritually. And it's a book I want to read at least every year once. Because it is a book, every time you read it, you take new takeaways and you get enlightened more and more. And also, let's be honest, it's also hard to remember all the takeaways in this book from time to time, because it's packed full of information. And with this, It's definitely a hard read, but it will enlighten you, and I highly recommend you to check this book out. And who knows, when you start reading it, your soul might actually pop up and you will start your very own journey. Now, you get it. I'm really catched by this book, and it's not a sales pitch or anything. I was searching for a spiritual book and I found it. I found a book I want to read every year to enlighten me spiritually. And I'm sharing this because if you're on the search for enlightenment or to find your soul or get to know what's inside your body, I think this is a perfect book for you. This is why I make this video. Now, if you want to hear more about other books I read, I have another video right here about Elon Musk, who I'm very inspired from, and his biography. And it's also a recommendation of mine. So you can check the video right here, and I will see you there. Bye bye.